Well, hello. We are going to listen to a recommendation from... maybe I shouldn't call people out here. Anyhow, well, we're just going to say it because they took the time to type, as many of you have, lots of great comments. And I've been lacking on getting back to a lot of you guys, and I've got such a list now. It's become a little daunting, but I'm excited to get to it. I've just I've got to I got to manage my time better. It's really all there is to it. I apologize in advance if I'm going to do my best not to start coughing and hacking. I don't know what's going on in my part of my area because I keep checking CDC for the last 3 months and it doesn't seem that there's been any spikes, but everyone, and I mean everyone, has had lots of breathing issues and congestion. And they keep saying it's sinuses and all this, but I've dealt with sinuses. I spent an entire month coming out of a sickness to get better for about a week and a half and then just go dive right back in. And so now I'm on mushrooms, not like shrooms, but like homeopathic mushrooms and a tea called mullein. And those two things have been better than anything else that I've taken. So anyhow, these recommendations, Dreams Live at the Music Curved, comes from Lilum 6874. So Lilum 6874, this is in response to your amazing commentary and recommendation. Now I know I have hundreds at this point to get to. Hopefully we're gonna get there. I don't want to keep making promises because tomorrow I might just give up altogether. This took 4 hours just to set this stuff back up today. I'm quite the disorganized person, but I did get siding on my house. That over the last month. I had help, but with a full-time job, had to quit my other jobs, work on the house, and being sick at the same time. I'm happy that it's over, that it's done, but my goodness. So there was a lot of work on Windows. I had to tear things apart, had to move things because there was just trash coming in on all the computers because I had so much destruction around the Windows. None of that matters. We're here for Aurora. So let's get back to Aurora. We got Dreams, and if I don't space out and forget, there's a Soul with No King, and I got to remember to come back to this one and try to find. I'm going to try to get them both. I really need to stop. I've got a lot of things that have not been released, and they probably won't. They got turned down for the whole fair use thing, and the thing that keeps coming back is not stopping. And it's crazy to me. I don't think anyone's going to come to this channel and decide to listen to this version of a song rather than go listen to it anywhere else, on Spotify, on YouTube, without this idiot sitting there blathering. So I don't know. I get it. I'm not trying to make a living off of these artists' music. Even if that were a possibility, I would never assume that me sitting here just listening to someone's music and talking about it means that I deserve money and they don't. That would be insane. Anyone that thinks that is an idiot. To me, if you're going to try to make money on it off of another person's music, one, you don't include the entire songs. You do a a video essay on the artist, or even the song, or talk about your experiences, something along those lines. But you don't just put the music in there. I understand that. I support copyright. I absolutely do. I just don't support the way that the music industry is not, they're not utilizing they're not utilizing people, this whole, like, this thing that has come about, this whole reaction community, and this, like, phenomenon, and the idea that people bring attention to their music. I didn't listen to Aurora before I got the recommendations by listening to Bjork, which was was it a recommendation? No, it may have been one of my first things, but it was something I heard somewhere else. You know, you spread the love, the artists grow. I don't really see the downside. I just don't. So why they keep taking down channels and blocking content is beyond me. It's like, you don't want free advertising? I mean, hello? Free money. You don't have to do the work. You have people doing it for you. Anyway, sidetracked again. Here we are. Dreams. Let's listen to our girl. I'll try not to sniffle too much. Okay, she's a bit older here.
Traveled through the darkness, so my path would be impossible to track. In my dreams, everything's more quiet than here. In my disappears. repeat them like you own them, like the arrow and the willow we open. Let the mothers and the daughters climb out of the waters like the needle and the cockroach we mend. In my dreams, in my dreams, everything's more quiet than here. In my dreams, in my dreams, everything I feel disappears.
Damn. God damn. Her voice is so freaking beautiful and haunting. Oh, and that was what an amazing performance. He was right. She's gotten so much. I mean, she was fantastic when she first hopped on the scene. But the maturity in her voice, it's undeniable. I did like her wardrobe. It had a real Alice in Wonderlands type thing. You had I was seeing the Cheshire Cat on her dress in my head, and then like the Red Queen with the black and the white. I mean the black and the red stockings, and then the googly eyes on the old googly eyes on the microphone. Can't help but to think of the caterpillar. And Alice in Wonderland, was it a dream? I never thought so. I like to think that is a true story. More of a documentary. But no, fantastic. And it says live. It's live because there's another one I saw. I mean, it looks so fancy, like it could be a music video, and it is a music video. But if it weren't, it's one long take. But we all know how they can fake that these days. But they focused on her. They didn't use tricks they would use for a long take. But the main key here is that she had an in-ear monitor. And if you were making a music video, I guess you just wouldn't have an in-ear monitor going on. So anyhow, and plus, I don't know. What else was I going to say? I was just going to repeat myself. So there's no point. That was amazing. That was an amazing track. That one is going to have to get to my playlist. It is Amazon Music. So I hope that this gets released. Apparently one of my blockages came from a freaking Netflix. Of all people. And I don't understand. If Netflix bought the track, they shouldn't own the rights to a song. Anyway, there was a song used in one of their TV shows called Adolescence, and that has stopped me from being able to release something. Anyway, and it was just I don't get it. But let's hope that doesn't happen. We can all get to enjoy this together. Thank you so much for that. God, I just want to listen to it again. I was supposed to stop. I'm a bad boy. I'm not doing my stopping. I'm sorry. Let's go with A Soul with No King live at Key EXP Seattle. Somebody please tell me what Key EXP, because I've seen that pop up several times, and I don't know what that means. Boom. 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 I don't like... So what was it called? Freaking my memory. Key XP. I don't even think Key EXP. Soul with No King. Let's go. Soul with No King. Oh yeah, looks like she's getting gritty. She's getting gritted down and gritty with it.
Academy is your new store for sports and outdoors.
Quiet. Go.
At Wayfair, ordering in delivers all the styles.
I would.
What are we craving? Something Italian?
Oh God, what did I press? Oh my gosh. What? No. What? No. What was that? Okay. It's got a little more of that traditional like Renaissance dance, folk.
I know you know me, and you always will. Like a man with no soul, and a soul and no king. I know you feel me, your heart unfulfilled, like a world with a mother and a home with a bed. But if this is what you want, why speak of right and wrong? You still going for the kill. You speak of the devil like he's not your friend. When the world starts to burn, you give your water to him.
Oh, here you go. Shells.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEX.
Oh man, I just totally got lost in that song. Now, is that her, like, Lucky Mike? Because we just talked about this one. I just want to go back for a second. I want to hear her play some piano again. Because I know that that's where she started. And so far, I haven't actually gotten to see her play. Okay. I love the clapping. I don't know why I got so into the clap. The clapping, the percussive clap. Never mind. I just want to hear that again. Like, just like, I'm just gonna pinch this here. Just gonna just. Props to the ladies working the keyboards and the instruments, and the one lady like working all the delays and reverbs. She's like on-site producer. She's killing it. Oh, clowns. That's who they are. This song was really cool. The first song was just moving, and this song was just life. It was like, I don't know. Well, what do I say? It was killer. I loved the energy that we got here. The background's good. Her smiling, her just her general confidence. Again, we talked about that in a different one, where you could see how much she's grown and how confident she's gotten. And I love to see it. I so badly just want to dive into the next, like the third album. I'm kind of stuck right into the second album, and I've cheated. I've listened to a few tracks, and I've heard a few from all of them. You know, Aurora was funny because I didn't know I knew her, and I had like 2 or 3 songs already in my gargantuan set of Spotify likes. I just never knew, that I knew. I didn't know that I know. But these were great. Let me shout out again. Let me get back to my thank you, Ilum. And thank you to everyone who's been patient. You guys, you have no idea how much it means to me. It is daunting for me because I'm the most I'm not the most introverted person you'll ever meet. I'm the mediator between people. So on the surface, everyone thinks that I'm like the most people oriented and just have all this confidence and everything, when it always feels like I just have to wear a mask. And so this is difficult. This is extremely difficult. Again, I would love to get somebody else. I'm planning on reorganizing all this, so then if I do that, I've got to paint, I've got to do a lot of things. If I could get another person to sit here and kind of riff with, it would make all this so much easier than just trying to go back and listen to things and being so cringe about everything and just hating it and deleting. But the upside is that I get to discover new music. I get these recommendations from you guys, and you fill me in on things. You know, I see stuff, and it's so easy to want to look things up, but I don't trust the internet. I didn't trust it before, but now with AI leading your search results, it's so much worse. You can't, I mean, it's like I think I read that they, or heard in a podcast that they claim that they only have like a 5% error rate or 10% error rate. And it's like, are you people fucking mad? You have like maybe a 10%, like 100% correct rate. Like, maybe to say that you make mistakes 5% of the time, okay, maybe they'll spit out a paragraph and only 5% of it's wrong. But that doesn't matter. 5% of it's wrong. It's basically all wrong. Does that make sense? Like, to me, you can't go into presenting information and having broken up bits, because it discredits everything. And so I don't like looking. I've never been big at looking up stuff. So I love it when the fans tell me, and they could be just as you guys could be just as misled as me, and some people might just be looking this stuff up just to comment. I have no idea. I'm not saying that is you. I'm not saying, but I'm still at the same disadvantage. Without knowing Aurora personally and having her telling me these stories, everything is a repeat of a repeat of a repeat of a repeat. But I'd rather get information, good and bad, from the people who actually love her than some monolith giant that doesn't give two shits about anybody except the bottom line, and they are willing to destroy the entire world to be first. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So I used to love the internet for looking up information, and now I'm finding myself looking for encyclopedias again. Not that they were always right. We won't go down that rabbit hole. I used to have a history book from the 1900s. I had a history book from like 1870, 1910, in the 1910s, like before Depression, after Depression. I had several American history books, and I found it so fascinating that the facts changed. And I ended up gifting them to someone who was very much into history. And because I didn't read everything, but I kind of I cheated. I just let them go through most of it and point it all out to me. I had found some things on my own, and I was like, dude, check this out. And they didn't want to believe it. They really did not want to believe it. But they took those books, and now they're like the anti-history. But they still love history, but it makes it hard to trust. Anyhow, so encyclopedias, yes, they can be strewed as well. Everything's a version, and plus, maybe it was right. You know, with all the alternate universes and everything, the freaking quantum mechanics. I mean, it used to be that the past controlled the outcome in the future. But now there's mechanics saying that the future controls the past. Like, I can make a decision to throw this through the window, and the fact that like it wouldn't have even been here had I not been going to throw that through the window. Rather, it would have been out of my reach. But because I decided to throw it through the window, it decided that it needed to be right here. I don't know. Let's not even go down that rabbit hole. Love you. Good night.